Now first up, we're going to look at an older $2 bill. Well, it's from 1976. You can actually go to the bank, ask if they have any $2 bills, buy all the $2 bills that they have, and search for these types of errors. Now this first one here has multiple overprints on the two serial numbers, so we can clearly see that there in the image display. That is a very noticeable error taking place on this $2 bill. Now, because of that error, this bill sold for over $17,000. Now, of course, if this bill was in pretty bad condition with this error, it would not sell for as much. But because it's in very, very good condition, that's another reason why it has a lot of value as well. Moving on to a $1 bill. Now this bill here is from 1988. So we see here on the reverse of the bill, nothing wrong, looks totally normal. But here on the front, we have that full back to face offset. So we really see the design of the reverse of the bill that is backwards, essentially. So very cool, very noticeable. Like the last error, you wouldn't have to examine the bill up close or anything. This $1 bill sold for a little over $140. Moving on to a 1988. Now this is the older style of $10 bills. We see here on the reverse, looks perfectly fine. But here on the front, we have a misalignment error. Now we can see that there on the left side of the bill with the seal and the serial number. But on the right side of the bill, looks, you know, pretty normal. Everything's intact. But there on the left side is where the error is taking place. Now this $10 bill sold for over $300. Next up, again, a very noticeable error here. The back, the reverse of the bill looks perfectly fine. And this one's a pretty valuable $1 bill from 1988. This banknote here sold for over $1,000. So we see that misaligned face printing taking place here on this $1 bill. Next up is a older $10 bill again. Now this $10 bill is from 1993. Now it looks pretty simple and normal here on the front, right? But here on the back, we actually have the error taking place. So it's an inverted offset from the MacLeod press here on the reverse of the bill. So we can see that taking place here on the back, which is very, very cool. I love this type of error. You can see multiple different prints of the $10 bill going through the reverse of the bill there. So very cool. This $10 bill sold for over $1,000 as well. Moving on to, I guess, a newer style of $20 bills. Now, this isn't the newest, but it is definitely newer compared to what we've been looking at. Now, this bill here is from 1996. Again, fairly normal here on the front. But the first print here on the reverse is misaligned. So a misalignment error taking place there. Now this $20 bill sold for over $480. So 20 bucks and over 400 bucks. Cannot beat that profit. Here's a very cool type of error taking place on this Federal Reserve note. Now this is a $1 bill from 1974 and we have a double overprint, which we can really see here on the seal, the black seal, as well as the serial numbers. So if we zoom in there on both of the serial numbers, we can really see that overprint taking place. Now here on the reverse, again, it looks perfectly fine. This $1 bill sold for over $3,600. A $3,600 $1 bill. Pretty crazy, right? Now this next error is a $20 bill that is missing the magnetic ink on the bill. So very noticeable again, and this $20 bill sold for over $1,000. $1,000. Next up is another $1 Federal Reserve note. Now this one has a missing print error. Pretty obvious and clear what we're missing there on the front of the bill. Everything except for the seal and the serial numbers. Now this $1 bill sold for over $800. Here's one of my favorites of the video. Now this one is really cool. It's a $1 bill from 1995. Looks very normal both on the front and the back of the $1 bill. And it has a mismatched serial number with a wheel impression at the left. So if we look here at the serial number on the right side of the bill, we can see that it goes I060300618N. Now here on the left side of the bill, that is much different. Plus we have that wheel impression on the left of the serial number as well. So always inspect your bills very closely, because this $1 bill is very valuable. This bill sold for over $9,000. That's right, 9,000 US dollars for a $1 bill.